where they would do like these modules. So they had us like introduce ourselves to like the people around us. Kid you not, she turns around and it's like, "Hi, I'm Risha." And I was like, "Archibald?"
You see, like, what? Like,
I mean, she really
cause
was.
yeah, because Risha's
And I'm
real
like,
low
"Oh
key
my
though. Risha's
gosh."
real low key.
And I told her, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm friends with your brother." And then I told her about like, I'm like, this is like a full circle moment. I don't know what the universe is trying to tell me, but I saw your name in this log, like at the Smithsonian, like back when Obama got inaugurated the first time. It was so funny. But yeah, man, shoot. I don't know where I was going with that,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no. This is good. This is good. Because you moved out to LA for broadcast journalism. Like, what? So, what ended up kind of going from there? From there.
I ended up getting more into like fashion. So I was like a personal shopper because I came out here with Nordstrom, and then I ended up at Saks. And so I did like a lot of personal shopping, clientele, and like, high profile people. I might have met Beyonce twice.
Oh,
So
word. That's
yeah,
dope.
I met Beyonce, Blue, and Jay. And then so that happened. Kelly, Taraji was one of my really good clients. We would meet so many people. Like I had like basketball players, all of that stuff. So we would, yeah. So I got into that, and then I might have got fired for some retaliation shit. No, and I'm telling you, because I've never been fired from a job in my life. And then I got fired. And I was just like, wait a second. I did hate it here, but I'm supposed to be able to leave on my terms.
Terms,
And I
right.
ain't ready yet. So I kind of like dabbled into like cosmetics a little bit after that. And then ultimately it led me to the job that I have now. So I work as an operations manager at a clothing company. So I have like done like I've been drinking and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Oh no,
Red
you
carpet,
all
like
good. You all good. You all good.
um like red carpet interviews for like NAACP, and stuff like that. And I've just been trying to figure it out. Shout out to here because that really pushed me to like, all right, I can do this shit on my own. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
need any help from anybody because I, was like waiting, like sending shit to people, never hearing back. And it just really inspired me and pushed me to do shit on my own and create my own lane. So
That's what I did with this whole network, man. Like building this
yeah.
whole podcast network. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna build this shit from the bottom up, man. And we rocking right now, man. We're 12 shows right now on the network. So
I see. I
yeah,
see.
yeah. It's getting overwhelming a little bit. I'm gonna have to start hiring people in a second because it's getting a little bit a lot.
Isn't that a good feeling? I'm like, I
Oh
gotta
no, no, no! It is. It
like
is.
this
It's
is rough. Like
yeah. Like it's almost like because literally we like. I mean, I've had the podcast for a long time. Just the solo podcast with the Stroud Lowcast podcast, but this network, I literally started it fully in March of
oh
pandemic.
wow. Okay.
Like literally started in March of the pandemic. Hadn't really started a YouTube page, nothing like that. Been building that. I mean, we had the E40s coming on the podcast. We had the whole thing with E40 because we were talking about him on the podcast about him being drunk on verses with his wine. And shout out to Stacey Adams. And we put that clip up. He found it, hit us up, was like, he sent us. We got cases of wine. I got cases of E40's Earl Stevens wine that he sent
What?
us. Yeah, because he had saw us. He's like, I'm about to send y'all some of that mango moscato. And so if you
Ooh.
go to my page, he's on there. He because I put up the like, yo, thanks E40. He's like, I was like, when you coming on? He was like, you need to get. He said, well, he says, I'm like a captain on a ship. Send me that Zoom link. So that's how. And he put the emojis and everything, and I was like, "Oh, he talks like this in real life. Like he's literally on my Instagram page talking like E40 would talk. Not like, oh man, yeah, let's do it. No, he said, I'm like a captain on a ship. Get up in my inbox with that Zoom link.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's
And,
dope though.
and
And
then
that's
we had Omar Wilson. Like, so you heard Omar Wilson, right? He redid the Secret Garden with all the cats on there. It's like him. You ever heard with Sean Stockman, Cisco, and Raheem Devon? It's super dope. And so I got cool with him because we were making fun of him on the podcast. I guess he Googled his name because I put it in the description. So he hit me up. He was like, dang, man, y'all just gonna come at me like that? He was like,
oh my gosh.
So we were one of the first outlets to straight interview him about the Secret Garden song. So like, if you want to see the Secret Garden song on YouTube, our interview was right next to it. So people automatically go right over there.
To it, yeah.
And listen to it, and listen to it. And he was just being a cool dude. He was super cool. And even to this day, he'll hit me up like, yo, G, the music video out. I told you it was going to be fire. Because he was just subscribing. It took us 3 months to hear it. Because he just talked about it. Because it got put to the R&B outlets that this is. And I was like, man, you can't redo Secret Garden. And he hit me up. And he was like, no, it's going to be dope. Trust me. And he sent me the MP3 before. He's like, what'd I say? And I was like, hey, it's kind of fire.
So I'm trying to be on your level, get early access to stuff, okay?
It's literally it's solving that algorithm and putting certain stuff in that algorithm on your descriptions. It's all it is.
Yeah, no, my homeboy was telling me that. He's like, just don't title your YouTube, like your videos, like just don't title them like your show, like make a catchy title, then put your show at the end, you know, at the back of it.
Right.
So I was
like,
like,
I give you an example,
cool.
so the reason that E40 found it is, remember when Keisha Cole was trying to think got canceled at first? We called the battle right before it happened. We called the battle the saga of the city cousin versus the county cousin.
Oh hell no!
And people were bugging up about it, and that's how he found it, because it went up there in the search, and he got his name in there about E40 being drunk in the description. So that's what this.
Wow. Okay. Man, because we was the one we did last night with for the hard way. We played like a game of like fuck, marry, kill, right?
Oh shit!
Like a celebrity version. So she did the first round was like older people. Then she did like rappers, and all the rappers were ugly. So I just killed myself. And then they did like a basketball round.
Who were the rappers?
It was like Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, and Young Thug. And I just I'm gonna kill myself.
It was no way.
It was no way. Like, it just, I get it. Like, Jill is always like, well, you know, if somebody got a lot of kids, you know, they got really good dick. And I'm like, I ain't trying to be nobody like 6 baby mama. That's not, I'm cool. And I'm just like, I am not picking. I am killing myself. And they did it. So when they did the basketball round, I was just like, oh no, like we're not gonna use it. I'm like, please, can we cut this out? Because like sometimes you know people, and or you're affiliated with people some kind of way, and then it's just like you don't want people to know, and you can't say nothing.
Yeah,
and it's just like, all right, I hope that they don't think that that's me, that I don't have their back, because
I did a little game of fuck me, kill me.
Yeah, like but they were saying like really fucked up shit. I'm like, oh.
And that's a real prepared situation, man. When you sitting in there and somebody like, and you don't want like you co-signing either. So my favorite way to get out, like, man, oh man, y'all can't be doing that, man. Y'all wild, man.
When I killed Steph Curry, I said I'm gonna kill Steph Curry because I feel like in some way, shape, or form, somehow I'm gonna encounter Aisha on some level, and I want her to know that I ain't checking for her man. And that's all I got. So, and I'm gonna say he looked born in the bed because I ain't checking for him, and that's it.
So you got into you've been in some of the skits and stuff with like different cats. How'd you get into all the Instagram and YouTube skits and comedy skits and stuff?
Tahir. So Tahir hit me up.
Man, look at these are all St. Louis people we talking about. St. Louis has a lot of awesome people that come out of there. I tell people all the time. I'll stack St. Louis up against most cities. Maybe not people that are in here, but people from this city. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna be able to. You can't spell hustle without the STL, and that's a real talk.
Look, so Tahir, I remember the day that he. I be going to bed early, okay, and he hit me up. It was like around like 11, I guess. And I saw it in the morning when I got up, and he was like, "Oh, what you doing?" Whatever. I was like, "What did you need at 11:30?" Like,
you thought it was something like he was out of pocket. You think he out of pocket?
No. I'm like, don't want people to think I'm a terrible friend, because I'm like, it might be something you might need me to cover for you
Yeah.
on, or I be thinking like, are you
That's
in
real.
the hospital? So my mind always goes to the worst things. I don't know why, it just does. But he was like, oh, we was just on like a Zoom call or whatever, hanging out with some of my people or whatever. I'm like, oh, well, let me know next time, you know, I'll pull up or whatever. So he hit me up, it was like a day or two later, asking me, did I want to like Zoom with some of his friends? And this is before it was called Zooming with the homies or
Yeah,
anything.
it was just some quick. I remember when he first started it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when I got onto the Zoom, I'm thinking it's gonna be St. Louis people, maybe friends from LA, like just around, like, not that they're not normal, but you know what I mean, that
Yeah.
like,
Just
yeah,
your homeboy to help you out doing your skits. Like
yeah,
just,
you know, like we kicking our shit or whatever. We're gonna talk about some White Houses or emos.